Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are. I wanted to come on, excuse me, real quick because for those who, just 1 second. Okay, for those who know me, hey JT, or have been, coming into my chat or whatever, you know that I live in the state of Louisiana, right? So my grandkids are in the middle of their leak testing, and I have been, excuse me, my allergies are really killing me. I have been keeping up with a lot of things that are in Congress or whatever. And so I'm sitting here, hey Beverly, I'm sitting here looking at some of the bills that are trying to be passed, right? And we have a congressman from Louisiana who wants to add a bill to the educational system here. We already rank number 50 out of the educational status in the United States. So that means like we're at the bottom of the freaking list, way behind. But he has the audacity to want to implement teachers being able to teach the good of slavery. Hear me, people. The good of slavery. Are you freaking kidding me? And to me, it's such a convenient time for him to want to implement this bill while we're leak testing our children. We already have it hard enough trying to keep them educated and motivated into learning. We don't need the distraction of trying to use a divisive bill like the good of slavery. None of us were around in slavery. It is a part of history that has already been written. Uh, we actually don't know all of the facts that they claim to be facts that are in these history books. So I'm kind of confused. I'm trying to figure out what in the hell a teacher could teach our children about slavery when they weren't there. What type of criteria do you give them to teach our kids about being beaten, being killed, being talked to any type of way? History does repeat itself. I can say that. Um, when they wrote that Constitution, we were not included in that. We were not included as human beings. Facts. Those are facts, okay? That's a starting point to teach our kids about slavery and how it came about that they saw us as melanated people as animals, savages. So I'm trying to figure out what good is going to come out of his bill. So the National Black Caucus, as well as some of his constituents in the Republican side, are asking for him to be removed. I want to know where the Democrats stand in this. What are their thoughts? What, I just had to come on here and vent for a few minutes because that's crazy. It's really crazy. I don't have to go back in history, hey Mika, to teach my grandcrooks about slavery when slavery still exists. They teach us now in modern day history. Well, at least I try to teach my grandchildren that being a slave to the entertainment industry, the what is it? The athletic industry for black people, that's all they feel that we can do? I think not. I've never wanted my grandson to grow up think that being a rapper was the shit. Because it's not, or being a professional athlete is the shit, because it's not. We all were born with brains. Hey, Rocket, we all have intelligence that is unmeasured, and it surpasses ones who are not melanated. We have, I don't even think people realize just the smallest things like the Farmer's Almanac was written by a black man. Anybody that can teach you how to plant and grow your food on a seasonal basis, and the different types of food that you can eat and grow for your families for nourishment, where does that come from? The white men didn't do it because they don't want to get out there and plow that field. They don't want to take the time out to, man, look, I could go on and go uh on so many talking points, but I'm just really frustrated right now. I'm pissed. So we got to start with that person. Get his ass up out of that seat. You know, we have the need for our children to go for their higher education if they would choose to become astrophysicists. You know what I mean? We need brain surgeons. Let's not forget the first heart transplant or heart surgery on that blue baby was done by a black man. And it came to him in a dream. It bothered him so. But the Lord guided him to help him understand how delicate that baby's heart was in order for him to go in and fix it to save that child's life. Those are the kind of talents that we have as a melanated people. Oh, it gets deep. It just depends on a person researching and bringing it to a platform. For so long, we have been on here arguing and bickering and talking about one another, tearing each other down instead of uplifting and showcasing all of the talents that we have as a people. I basically don't care what you have done in your past life, in your past, because we all have room to grow. We all have had time to condition ourselves and rethink our position on some things. Now's the time to stand up. Now's the time for us to pull together and see what we can accomplish. We're tired of being killed in these streets. Why aren't we tired of tearing each other down? Yeah, we can kiki. Yeah, we can joke. But when it goes too far, somebody is going to eventually stand up and say, that's enough. I quit. I give up. If you choose not to fuck with me, all right. I ain't mad at you. Okay? And truthfully, if you don't fuck with Ms. Douglas, Ms. Douglas ain't fucked up about it. Know that. All right. Anywho, getting back to my grand crooks, and I almost called him out his name, and I'm not gonna do that because I have enough respect for myself and my grand crooks enough to know that men like him that sit in Congress and sit and think about these bills that they can just so freely pass and think that they could sneak in there is not gonna fly with me. I stay watching. I stay listening. So when you don't see me on YouTube, that's because I'm being nosy up in Congress. I'm trying to figure out some shit and I'm listening. And when I catch something, I'll come on here and bring it to you. You know, I, I've never said that I'm a great commentator when it comes to bringing things because that's not who I am. I'm just gonna say it how it is. I'm like, okay, here they go, trying to. I'm not gonna say whitewash. I'm gonna say pewter. Here they go with that pewter paint again. Yeah, pewter is like white with gray in it. Kind of cloudy, muggy. That old kind of colorism. But Miss Douglas is on it. But it just fucked me up because, like I said, my grandkids are taking their leak test now. And so I'm sitting up here worried about how well they're doing. And then here we have this bastard sitting on this seat trying to throw some extra divisive shit up in the mix for their next school term. And then I wonder how our melanated teachers feel about this. I wouldn't even put it in my curriculum. I'm asking questions. And then he couldn't even give a straight answer himself because he had to start chewing on that foot that he stuck in his mouth. Hey, foot. So, I think he has over the weekend to think about it. I want to know why they're giving him a grace period to think about any damn thing. Escort his ass up out of there like immediately. Tell him your services are no longer needed. Give him a pink slip. Let him figure out where his next paycheck is going to come from. I really do believe that if we as a people, the voters, the ones who put these folks in these seats, uh, I don't, I don't think that they should have no grace period or time. Just like for the working class people, when they say you're fired, you're fired. They send your ass a packing. I don't think that we should have to vote them in or vote them out. No, no, no. They doing too much. They giving them too much leeway. If he can't put his motherfucking Dockers on and his hush puppies and get on that little party bars that he got every weekend, drinking mimosas and swinging them damn golf clubs at them little ass balls, what would his life be like? He'd have to start back at one as well, or do some more crooked shit. I'm just saying. But do they pay attention to that? No. They just want to destroy what they feel uh, they can destroy as far as people in their communities. I live on a main thoroughfare in my city. The state fair is here. We can't even walk down the freaking sidewalk without it uh throwing us to the ground, or if you can see the sidewalk because the grass has grown over it. It's horrible looking. Just little things like that. But they're talking about infrastructure this and infrastructure that. What the man, look, let me get my ass on, mind my business. But I just had to come on here and say that because I had got hot. I had to find my damn cigarettes and lighter and sit back and think about what they just, I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was just flabbergasted. I'll use that word, flabbergasted. I said, ain't this about a lottie die? Oh, yeah, I'm trying to not cuss so much, but man, I could have ran up in there and slapped the hell out of him and drug him up out of there myself and be looking to see next. And the sad part about it is that it was only one person in that whole freaking room of people who was challenging him and asking him, to explain himself. I just don't understand it, y'all. I just don't understand it. So, so if you are a fan of higher education, by all means, I salute you. If you push your children and grandcrooks to a higher education, I salute you. Now we have the opportunity to stand with them and go back ourselves. I've seen so many of our kids bust their asses to get degrees, but our kids are still stuck in a mindset that they already have set for them, teaching them that they're only good at certain things. They're only good at cosmetology, or they're only good at cooking. They're only good at manual labor jobs. No, it doesn't stop there. As many of us as locked up, criminal justice is a good field for our own children to start with. The more black people you see in a criminal justice field will make a difference, because we are the ones that are being affected. Our children and our grandchildren know better than anybody the suffering at the hands of the police that has gone on since policing was what enforced came up with. I don't know. Then and only then can I even see a change. I'm not even going to say reform. You cannot reform what does not want to be changed. You cannot reform what has already been written because of the specific loopholes that they use, like the union. I truly believe that if the police did not have unions, they would not be able to get away with half of the things that they get away with. It takes money to fund the police, of course, we know that, but it also takes money for the unions. This is why they pay dues. When they get these settlements paid out, it is not the police union that is paying those settlements. It is your very city that you live in, which is taken away from your pockets, the hardworking taxpayers. The reason why we can't get adequate child care for, excuse me, working mothers, working fathers. I'm not going to leave them out, because there are a lot of single fathers out here that are doing the damn thing. It's so many things that we could talk about and do to start implementing just a different thinking process. In order to make change, you have to start implementing a different thought process and not be so in your feelings or egos. My idea is better than yours. My idea is better than yours. No, both of you have great ideas. Let's see how we can work them together and make something happen. So let me, hey, look, just let me go on. Hey, there's my little 10K brother. What it do, brother? Let me see. Wait a minute. You always seeing something sharp. Pay him no mind. You being funny. You are being funny. I don't want to be president. They'll kill my ass first. Well, wait a minute. I don't know now. My brother, yeah, you could be my joint chief of staff. I'll do it if you coming along, because I know you got my back. So we gonna make our theme song be "Paint the White House Black." George Clinton. So that's all I got for y'all this Good Friday evening. It's 4:20. Hey y'all, it's 4:20. It's 4:20. Y'all know what that means? Prison pistols in the air, smoke your doty dope 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 dope. See, it's 4:20 every day, twice a day. So thanks for coming to listen to my rant. Think about what I said, you guys. Look at where your state is on an educational level for your children. Pay attention to those LEAP tests and the things that they are asking of our kids and of our educators. It will make a difference. And until next time, people, have a happy weekend. Do what you do. Miss Douglas is out. One love.